After the ball is over, after the skein is done, after the die lot's finished, and you are short just one, many a knitter has made a tearful and desperate call, pleading with their local yarn shop, go after that ball.
Okay, we'll try this again. Take 2.
At least I noticed that the mic wasn't on fairly early on.
Hi, my name is, let's see. Welcome to, I don't even know how to start this anymore.
But usually do welcome to Pen Hook and Needles podcast. Hi, my name is...
Hello, everybody. Welcome to the Pen Hook and Needles podcast, episode 578. Today is Thursday, November 16th, 2023. As we are recording a little bit late because we had issues that we discussed earlier.
But they didn't hear about.
But you didn't hear about, so maybe you'll hear it at the back end. Anyway, nothing important.
But this will count for 2 weeks. That's the important part.
That's the important part. And that we will still have a Zoom the Friday after Thanksgiving for the Patreons. Okay. Now, if you are new, we're glad you found us. And if you are returning, we are also glad that you're here. And if I didn't say my name this time around, I'm Marlisha, also known as Lady Fernico.
I'm Tali, also known as Franciscan Gypsy.
And so if you want to get official, just hit the little subscribe button. It's a red button, and tap the little bell so you get notifications either for everything or for some of the things or for none of the things, and you just kind of pop in when you want. And that would be great. That takes care pretty much of that. We don't have a lot of projects this time.
No, I have 2.
I have 3. So it's been an odd week with cooking and stuff and fatigue and all this other kind with appointments and things like that. So
well, and also I've been pretty monogamous.
Yeah.
So
monogamous. It is a reference.
I thought of, probably because I was watching someone else who did this for other people, but I think it'd be kind of fun to do it for ourselves. Make like a bingo card and like have it in links like people can pull it up and print it for themselves and be like things like a Sleepy Talia episode, makes me happy, bursts into song, that's a rap, what are some of the other ones?
We have to look at our little bag.
Interruption, just so that way they aren't necessarily there all the time.
Fun in the Woman Cave.
And so that people can fill out their bingo card. And I need to look and see how many squares are on bingo.
Yeah, you can look to see for the official, but I don't think it matters. You just make sure,
I know there has to be one in the center. But yeah, someone did it to make a point about someone else who was repetitive in their way of doing things and whatever. But I was like, actually, it'd be kind of fun just for us about ourselves.
We already know we're repetitive.
Well, and also it's fun. We do have some things that we know there are episodes that fall asleep, so let's make a joke about it. Okay, yeah, you got bingo this time because all of the things happened. So I might do that after this if I manage to stay awake and create our very own Fun in the Woman Cave bingo card and then make it like a Google Doc or whatever, something that maybe I'll make it like a JPEG that's somewhere where everyone can access it and then they can print it out.
Yeah.
So, because I don't want it just for people who are in the group. I want everyone to be able to access it.
It'd be funny if you made 2 or 3 renditions, just not necessarily that you have different things in it, but you have different orders.
Oh, so people can print out different ones.
Yeah, and it doesn't have to be a whole lot, but it could be, so that way, some people might get bingo, but other people might not because you have to get it across.
Oh, that's right. I forgot how bingo cards work.
Yeah. I think you have to go either diagonal or across or up and down.
Because I've only played it, actually played it once.
Yeah.
I'll have to look up the rules and make sure I add it to the attachment so that way everyone can, people who don't play bingo will know how to play bingo and if they got bingo. No, you're right. There should be several versions that people can choose from. Maybe I'll have A, B, C, whatever, and then you print out whatever one you want. And if you might get bingo this time, or you might not, based off for whatever whatever one you print out. So yeah, that idea came to me today when I was watching something. I was like,
Epiphany.
oh, that'd be fun for us. You know, we know we're repetitive. We know that there's certain things that people get
That's a
kick out of.
reference.
That's a reference, right?
No, and I wasn't saying that was a reference.
No. She was mentioning that is something that we do a lot. Tangents. It was something I was going to put on there.
That's subjective. When we're going off on a tangent, that's
Well, I'll have to make it a little bit more clear, like maybe unrelated tangent.
right.
Or non-knitting tangent or something like that.
One in the woman cave. One in the woman cave.
So I think that their attack of the animal, like, well, the toy's attacking us.
Oops is a bunny.
Oops is a bunny. Where is the tea gone? So if you have ideas,
Why is the tea gone?
Why is the tea gone? If you have ideas for things that could be a bingo, one of the bingo squares, please put it in the comments. So then
It may take a while to get up, but
it might take a while to get up because, my fatigue levels and blah, 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 blah.
I bet Daddy could do one for us that we could have various with his skills. Mm-hmm. A couple of 3 or 4 versions sometime. If we tell him what it's for, he'll get a kick out of it.
Yeah, because I think that it would be fun. I mean, a bingo card's not hard to make. It's just squares.
No, but I'm talking about that so we can just get the renditions, how we can maybe flip the order or do that. He might be able to do a program where we would say, okay, let's, like a generator.
Right.
Like a bingo card generator. Oh, that would be cool. A bingo card generator.
And then just have it be a link where then people could...
Yeah, they just push the thing, they generate a card, and, well, let's see if Daddy can do something like that.
If not, I know there are ways to make Google Docs that are available for everyone to access.
There might be a bingo card generator somewhere.
There might be.
If we can think of it, somebody's done it.
Yeah, there might. Now, whether or not it's just like actual bingo where it then changes the numbers around versus you filling in the card is another thing altogether.
Right.
But
yeah.
Now, like I said, the easiest thing probably is to just get a Google Doc, share it with everyone, like I shared a folder with you, and then people could go to that folder and then they would be able to access. That would be the simplest and least work intensive.
Maybe.
I think that's the word I'm looking for.
Oh no, the word is what you were looking for.
But I think
phrase, 2 words.
Phrase, yes. So there, yeah, that's an idea that came to me. Please feel free to put your ideas for bingo squares into the comments, and maybe if we have enough different bingo cards, we'll have different things that others don't have. Who knows? We will see.
Who knows? Okay.
Now it's gonna be sitting there in the back of your head. You're gonna be thinking like bingo squares.
Well, now I'm off track, so we're in trouble.
Sorry, it's tea time.
Okay, yeah, tea time.
And you're first because I only have 2.
Okay. I have not.
You're like, no, I have 3. You go first.
I don't want to.
We have rules for this.
Rules are made to be bent.
They're more like guidelines.
More like guidelines. And yes, that is a reference.
Yes, it is. And because we have been requested in the past to provide what the reference is, that is Pirates of the Caribbean, the first Pirates of the Caribbean.
Yep. Okay.
Is Caribbean more correct or Caribbean? I bet Caribbean.
I've heard both.
I've heard both. I'm not sure which is.
And I say both. Usually I say Caribbean.
For some reason, I feel like that might be more correct.
In any event, in my Adagio's Double-Walled Owl and Other Forest Creatures mug is my own blend. I was trying to find something new to do, but then I got too intensive in terms of I couldn't find temperatures and things like that. So I went for my South of the Border blend. Here, South of the Border blend, my own blend. It's got spices in it and tea.
Yes, it is more than just spices. It's not just spice water.
It's good. I like it.
Sorry, I was watching something the other day, and it was giving like the best of Iro about tea, Uncle Iro, and I guess this is when they first went to that tea shop in Bossing Say before it became their tea shop, and they started working there. And Uncle Iro drinks tea, and he makes a face like, "This is disgusting. It's basically like this leaf water." And Zuko looks at him. He's like, "Uncle, that is what tea is." And I was like, I can't believe my own flesh and blood.
Iro is a tea snob.
I love Uncle Iro.
Yeah, he's funny.
Everyone loves Uncle Iro.
Oh, yeah.
Everyone
I love the young, he told the young lady that she should go. She should go because she was being nice to him.
Yes, I remember that. Mm-hmm.
You have to watch Last
Yeah,
Airbender.
everyone needs an Uncle Ira in their lives.
Okay, so anyway,
My turn.
Your tea.
My turn. Yes, my hot tea. My hot leaf water.
My leaf water and spices.
Yes. So, this is oopsie, it's funny. This is my Year of the Tiger. It was a limited time Adagio blend because I'm now trying to hoard a little bit my Irish Stout until it's available again because I've been really enjoying my Irish Stout, but it's not one. It's only available for purchase in March, and I'm not sure when they put it up again in the points. Right now they've got other ones in the points.
Yeah, they have the Valentine, I think, and
We have another one.
Easter Bunny or something.
And what I mean by in points, Adagio, when you make purchases, you gain points, and then there are certain things that you can only get using your points.
Or you can gift things to people.
Or you can gift things to people. And there are certain teas that I really enjoy that most of the time are only available in points, and Irish Stout is one of them.
Well, I've got reindeer fuel sitting in my cart right now.
That's the other one that's good, reindeer fuel.
I've got that one in my cart already because I've got enough points for it. I mean, if I make that purchase.
Yeah.
But
so this is my I'd Rather Be Knitting mug. It's kind of the one I felt like using right now. It's a little bit bigger than some of my other mugs. And I go through a phase where I'm like, oh, I've got it just perfect to where I want things to taste. And so I end up using that mug consistently. For whatever reason, you seem to like the way I make tea a lot of times. Ones that you don't necessarily like, you'll find that you like it when I make it. So
I don't know if it's because it's cooled by the time I get
and
to
that
it.
might well be because I tend to let my teas cool. Because I don't feel like you get the best flavor when it's piping hot. I feel the same way about coffee because coffee is more bitter.
Coffee never tastes good.
Well, as it cools, it tastes better.
I make no apologies. I don't like coffee.
I feel like it's at its most bitter when it's hot. Just that's the same way black tea is. It's at its most bitter when it's hot. And I've also found that some teas, if you use the water a little bit lower when you steep it, you get the better flavored. Like Irish Stout is best at 190.
And they say 210, don't they? 212?
They say whatever the normal is, 212.
212.
Because that's how I've generally gotten the best flavor. So this one says 212, for example. I did 200 for it.
Yeah.
So yes, that is the tea lecture.
Well, what are you doing?
I mentioned that's my tea.
Okay, I already did my tea. So.
Yep. So
all right, the alongs that we're doing, we're in the last 2 weeks. No, last 6 weeks of our alongs for this year.
Don't end this year early.
I want to get on to the other stuff. I'm not bored, but I want to do something different. So anyway, we are in the last 6 weeks. We're about halfway through the current alongs, except for the tea and tails, which we are really in the last 6 weeks, which means last 6 weeks. This is all year.
So does that mean last 6 weeks?
Well, it doesn't mean that's halfway done.
Yeah.
It's about an eighth of the way, or whatever it is. Have quarters. Yes, so it's an eighth of the way to go. Or half of an eighth of the way to go, or something like that. I don't care. I can't do math right now. One of our math people out there will figure it out. We're halfway through this quarter, and it's a 4-quarter along. So how far are we in that full year?
That sounds like a word problem for. Would that be algebra?
Just a word problem.
It sounds like one of those things we would have gotten in Seton, where they would have given us the word problem, and we'd all bang our heads.
And they give you something that's not supposed to be there.
Has no importance. Like
and
someone's
the water is 50,000 degrees,
and Sally's wearing blue.
That's everything. That's what makes the water.
But that's word problems always have that one thing in there that has completely inconsequential, but it throws a wrench in there, and you're like
A monkey wrench.
a monkey wrench.
Not just a regular wrench. A monkey
It
wrench.
has to be a monkey one.
Has to be a monkey wrench.
And you're sitting there like, how does temperature come into it? It must be important somehow.
Because it doesn't make any sense. Okay, anyway, as I was saying, okay, let's get into these alongs. The first one is the toy along, and that one is halfway done. It goes until midnight, going into January 1st of 2024, which I don't want to think about, okay? We're still in 2023. it goes to the end of the year, and it has to be the theme of toys, okay? It can be paper crafts, knitting, crocheting, loom knitting, weaving, as long as it's a toy of some kind. So for paper crafts, we're talking about things like, doll houses and paper dolls and things like that. I mean, I don't really consider a book a toy, not even a journal necessarily.
No, I don't either. Not unless you're making, like, a book for a child, like one of those pop-up kind of books, those kind of cardboard books.
And you
where,
put your fingers in or
yeah. Or something that has, like, a puppet that comes out, when you think of a kid, like,
Yeah, so, we can make it work if you can give us a reason that we should accept it. Yeah. So those are the basic areas the basic crafts you can use for this along, and it just has to fit with the theme. And if it's small, either in yardage or in size, like some of the origami can be really little, then you need to have more than one in the thread to be accepted.
I bet the little origamis are more difficult.
I'm sure they are,
because it's like these teeny folds.
It depends. The reason I said that I have to have more than one, despite the fact is that's subjective.
No, I agree. I was just saying, in general, just thinking about it.
Oh yeah, I agree. I was just thinking about that myself, actually. So
kind of like when you're making like really bitty little toys with like knitting needles that are like end up being toothpicks, and you're just like,
can't even see them.
Yeah, you can't even see your stitches, and you're like, my back and my neck hurt.
Why do my back and my neck hurt? I don't understand the physics of why the back of my... Do you know where that's from?
I feel like I should, but I don't.
Yeah, it's a reference.
Okay.
Not in the way of the exact reference, but it's after Superman and Cyborg pulled the mother box apart.
Oh, that's probably why I don't remember.
He says, my feet hurt. Why the bottom? I don't even know the physics of why the bottom of my feet hurt.
That's probably why I don't remember. And that sounds like that was Joss Whedon's influence there, because it was a Snyder one, but then they pulled in Joss Whedon at the end, and that's Joss Whedon's influence. But no, I've only watched Justice League once, and I have no desire to watch it again, because I feel like Barry's character
we're not
was
going to talk about
butchered.
That. We're not going to talk about that. Yeah. A mixture of Barry and Wally, and both of them got butchered. We're not going to.
Yes,
okay.
exactly.
But anyway, this is a toy along, and so all those crafts, we have our featured yarns and featured patterns, which are in the thread. My stuff, Laura's thoughts stuff, and Talia's stuff, if you can, either yarn or patterns, if you can make it fit the theme, and also Bakery Bears and Mom Cook and Chronically Crocheting. Okay, those are the featured yarns and patterns. You get multiple chances at the prize. How you get multiple chances at the prize are in the group. Since you can't join the alongs unless you're in the group, you can go look. If you have questions, feel free to post either in YouTube or in the group, and somebody will get back to you. Most likely Rena will tag us, and we'll get, because Rena is fabulous. And I'm
checking right now to make sure, because we had issues where people were having trouble getting into the group.
It seems to be up.
Okay, well, I know it was up on the computer. I don't know if it's up on the phone yet, because I can't.
Well, I don't know about the phone, but you can get in on the computer.
So we have been having some issues. Now, I know that I've been having some issues with my iPhone accessing certain things anyway, so it could be a me issue.
But I think ProBoards was having some issues for a while, because I briefly couldn't get in, if I remember correctly.
So there might be still an issue with the ProBoards, which is what we use. That's the freeforms.net. But if you have an issue, hopefully they will fix that soon. There's not a whole lot I can do about that.
Yeah, don't give up on us.
Yeah, don't give up on us. It's just they're having a glitch or whatever. So, yes. I know that I got logged out on my computer, because I had logged in, and it looks like I've been logged out. So I had to check and see. And I can't even access it on my phone. It seems to be like some people never had issues accessing, because I had someone say that on Instagram. And by the way, we have an Instagram for PHN.
Yeah.
And it's in the description. But, yeah, so I had some people saying, like, yeah, they never had an issue getting in. So it seems to be random.
Yeah. And we thank the person, I think it was either Stephanie or Jody, who brought it to our attention.
I think you said it was Jody. I can't remember that.
One of them brought it to our attention that...
because apparently they're interchangeable?
They're not. It's just that they...
That's the other thing on our bingo card, is talking to people.
Yes. Who do we talk to? We can put our names on there, because there are people that we do.
Specific people we always tend to hit. So we could have, like, breaking the fourth wall in general, and then we could have...
Did we mention XYZ person?
Yeah.
Just the name.
Just name, and it could either
Wombat of Doom.
Yeah.
Brenna.
MacGyver. So we would just have, them scattered through.
Laura.
Yeah, it just, and it might be like the names we might have in one, depending on how many bingo things we have available.
Yeah.
We might have the names in one square. So, okay, if you have any of the names.
Well, we could have phrases and names and something else, and then mixture.
Right.
You know.
Then you have multiple bingo cards. And if you feel like doing whatever, what time, you can. So you might not hit bingo every time if you are.
No, what I was saying is that if they wanted to look at the 3 or 4 or 5 that we had, maybe one is like, okay.
No, I agree. I understand what you're saying.
Okay. And, there's always the thing that with our longs, I mean, there's an infinite amount of possibilities.
Yes,
it's just a matter of sitting down and getting it done. Okay, so anyway, going back to the toy along, I think I said mostly what is here, and everything is in the thread if you want to know, if you want to know more information, and you can tag us, or you can, Rena will tag us, or whatever. And if you're not on our group, the group is in the description box, and I forgot to mention that it's phnpodcast.freeforums.net, but it's in the description box below the video.
Yes.
So that would be good, and I did it without looking. How about that?
Good job. Most of the time you do.
I've only been saying it for a gazillion years. Actually, 3 years?
I started that.
It was just before the pandemic.
It was in between my 2 jobs.
Yeah. So it
Because
was 2018, 2019, something like that.
it wasn't 2019 because I was at
Yeah, you were there.
Northwestern for a little over a year.
Yeah.
So,
2017, 2018.
yes, because I was there a little over a year before I got my surgery, because the first time I saw Dr. Henderson, the day that I had to go to ER was a year to the day of me working at Northwestern.
Right.
So later that year, I ended up getting my surgery.
Right.
So it was sometime late 2018 that I got that job. So it actually probably was sometime early 2018.
Or late 2017.
Yeah, I don't think it was late.
It was about... Yeah, because you were off. And I thought we were just starting...
I was not off during the Christmas season. So I think that I stopped working sometime early 2018, and it was in that period of me not working then. And then I got my job, because I didn't get the job until September. Well, I got the job, and I didn't start until after retreat. So I started in September. So that actually tells me exactly. It was September 2018, so it was sometime between January 2018 and September 2018.
I think it was later rather than earlier.
I agree. I don't feel like it was in the winter. I feel like it might have been in the summer.
Because you were still working when we were first thinking about it, and when I finally said, I'm not doing this anymore for this particular thing, you'll do it on your own, that's when we pulled out.
But I was already not working.
And you were already not working. So,
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I do feel like it was, like you said, I think it might have been summer 2018.
Yeah, something like that, yeah.
Yeah, because I now have an exact idea because of that. I remember for retreat.
Okay, so, so that's the toy along. The hashtag is PHNToy2023 on Instagram. Now, out with the old, this one is exactly what it says. We're trying to get rid of the things on the hooks and needles and looms and whatever it is you're doing that fits the parameters. And so nothing can be started later than September 30th, okay? Everything has to be previously started, so it has to be September 30th or before, and then you have to finish it, or try to finish it. The idea is to hopefully get it finished during this along, so that you will have hooks and needles ready, set, go in January, okay? But no worries if you don't, because the first week of Ready, Set, Go, you get to frog.
Yeah.
So... just try to get things done, and then if you don't, and you still want those needles and hooks, then you can frog. Okay, but we'll talk about that later
When it's
as we get closer.
Yeah, when it's actually time for that.
So this one, the Out with the Old, runs October 1st through December 31st. And as I said, no new projects, only finishing, so everything prior to prior to October 1st. So you could start September 30th. And the featured yarns and featured patterns are mine and Talia's and Laura Concerts, okay? And that's the hashtag is PHN Out with the Old 2023 on Instagram. The PHN Movie Night is our year one, and this has been going forever because it started in January of this year, and it goes till midnight going into January of next year. So this is, you guys basically know the rules for this. It's got the same parameters, same featured yarn, same feature patterns, same projects. Okay, you can refresh yourself by looking into the thread. Basically, knitted, crocheted, loom knitted, woven, or paper crafts, journaling, origami, card making, doll houses, stuff, all that kind of stuff. Anything you want to do, okay? That fits the parameters.
Yes.
Okay, and multiple prizes, same kind of thing. The hashtag is PHN Movie Night 2023 on Instagram. The new alongs we're looking forward to come January are Ready, Set, Go, and the Anything Goes. Okay, I don't think there's another one. I think we only do 2 at the beginning of the year.
I'm pretty sure
So, okay, so that takes care of that.
And you have the first project to take your drink, and
Why is the tea gone? Almost.
presumably because you drank it.
But why is the tea gone? Oh.
Now, if for the bingo card, as long as it's like, she doesn't say it the exact same way every time, but if it fits that, then yes.
Yeah. Okay. My first one is in my Silver Shed USA. I think it's the extra large, or it might just be the large 10-year Podiversity bag. No, I think it's we have the medium, the large, and the extra large. I don't know what size this is. But any of that is the 10-year Podiversity bag that Ann Brody did for us.
You keep seeing me like shake it, my hair. My hair's a little bit long, so I keep trying to shake it out of my face.
For a close up, So you can see the old picture here from our 5-year Podiversity time, and this is the new one, and this is the one with the gold is the one that was actually. Let me see. There's the one that has the actual 10 on it. The 10 is the one that has the white background for our 10 years. And
you say as you point at the yellow one.
No, I put it right there. That one, this one here. This one.
Yeah, there you go.
Okay, and the yellow is the same picture. It's just with the yellow background, and that's our current logo. And this is the older one. This one with the red here.
Yeah.
So, and then the yarn here. This is I think this is my.
That's Fun in a Woman Cave.
Fun in a Woman Cave yarn, and put in. Oh, it's not in this bag. So.
Yeah, and I don't know if it's in my. It probably is in my.
And this is the chameleon that Taya designed for. I think it was the 5-year.
Yes, I believe it was a 5-year. I can't remember for sure.
Yeah, 5. There's a 5 under it. Yeah.
Yeah, because yes, because that was the other kit. The first kit was Cyrano.
Yeah.
Cyrano.
Yeah. And this has a couple of things, and that's a wrap. I guess she only put the one.
It's the one that's words.
Yeah.
The other one.
The words bag. It's over there somewhere. I don't have it with me.
And we'll have to harvest that too.
She has all the different things because you guys actually helped us to figure out what it was that we said all the time. But anyway, in this is my.
She came in there with ideas too.
Yes, she did. She's fantastic. I really miss her. Strawberry Shortcake Baby Blanket from the Cerebell Scarf Pattern by Sarah Sweethearts. And this may go to a friend of mine actually because she's pregnant with. I think it's her 7th or 6th or something like that. And she's got another 4 or 5 little saints in heaven. So this
that's
is
rough.
It was a girl, but I told her she has to give me a boy.
Oh, okay.
I said I put in my order.
So, but the thing is, then you have to make another blanket.
That's okay. I've got a blue one.
Oh, okay.
I got a blue one already.
Well, then you better finish that up and start your blue one.
Yeah. Well, I have a blue one.
Oh, you have it made already?
I have a blue and a green and a pink.
Oh, okay. So, yeah, you're covered. Whatever she has.
Her daughter, her youngest daughter, I call her Sunshine. And I'd love to have another little girl, but then she's not the baby anymore. She's not Sunshine anymore.
Oh, okay.
So
you need her to be the baby little girl.
I need to be the little girl for a while. So she just laughs at me. So
okay. So you put in your order for the little boy.
Yes.
Well, is she surprised and she has twins? You're covered.
I'm covered, yeah.
You have the yellow, the green, and the...
They're not the same size, though. They're all different sizes.
Well, that's not convenient.
No, the blankets, I mean, because I don't, this is not a pattern that I...
Right, no.
I just measured off the table in there, and sometimes it's a little bigger than others, because that's just the way I do it. Because I don't like counting the chains if I don't have to.
Well, Davey does the same thing for the blankets she makes.
I measure them.
Yeah.
Measure it. I prefer measuring, and I got that actually from Nicole.
Hot ass knitter.
Yeah.
Well, I haven't thought of her for forever.
I love her. She's fabulous.
Well, she was a big influence on you.
She was a big influence and a super, super lady.
Yes.
Very talented.
She moved on into some of the other crafts more. Cooking.
Sewing.
Was it sewing?
Sewing
Okay.
aprons and stuff. Beautiful aprons. And she cooks and she belly dances.
That's right. She was, I don't know if she's still doing it, but
She was. I don't know if she still is. I haven't seen her on Instagram, but I'm not using my Instagram anymore.
and my main Instagram is my booktube one now.
Yeah.
So
Nicole, if you by any chance stumble on this, hi, and let us know what you're doing. Hot ass knitter. Let us know what you're doing. We still think about you once in a while. So yeah, this is the blanket. She was a very big influence on me. She was very sweet and very kind. But this is the blanket. It will either go to the pregnancy center or it will go to my friend. And if it goes to the pregnancy center, I'll make another one for my friend. And the yarn is ice yarn. It's the fuzzy one. I don't want to do more of the fuzzy yarn than I have to. Some people it doesn't bother too much. And if I'm doing a project like this, it's not as much of a problem. But if I feel like I'm going to have to maybe pull back or something, I would rather not use such fuzzy yarn. What are you doing?
I can't remember how to Kitchener, and I don't have my tool with me, so I am looking up basic Kitchenering.
You can't. Your turn.
Well, when you weren't quite done. I'll finish looking up Kitchenering. Okay, good. I have it pulled up for when I'm done. Yeah, because I was like, I have it in my head, but there's the beginning part, and I was just like, let me just look it up. Because, of course, I end up having to Kitchener when on screen. Well, I'll do my Kitchenering afterwards. I'll show this first. So in my Ploverbird Piggies bag,
Piggy.
this is the project I barely worked on.
Yes, how are you working on that? Is that the cowl?
This is, well, what happened was I've been working primarily on the sock, but then I got to a point where I was having to decrease, and I didn't want to decrease while in Learn to the Hour, so I needed something else to work on. So I pulled this to work on again.
You have to be careful because Dave might be coming home soon. You don't want her to hear that stuff.
Yeah. So this is my Thorns hooded cow. That's the pattern name. I call the project Bomber's hooded cow because he wore yellow. And this is the Squash Blossom colorway. It's Miss Babs Yowza What a Skein.
Yeah.
And I actually think she just calls it Yowza now. It's no longer Yowza What a Skein.
I think she just calls it Yowza.
But this is my favorite Miss Babs colorway. My eventual goal is to have all the possible accessories in this colorway. I have enough yarn set aside for a sweater as well. Someone got me sock weight for a pair of socks. I think if I have any yarn left over from this, I will do a pair of fingerless mitts because I don't have that yet. And I have a shawl with that color in it. And if I have enough yarn later, I will do a shawl purely in this color because I have that one that I made that is a shawl sweater thing, and I decided I really didn't like how it looked on me.
Joanna Johnson's?
Joanna Johnson. And it's not that she did it badly. It's just that a couple of the things that I knit of hers don't fit my body.
Notice that she didn't ask me if I wanted to try it on.
Well, not that color. I'm sorry, no.
Well, I buy you yarn all the time.
I will make that for you in a different color.
I would rather try it on first.
Okay, yeah, you can try it on before. I haven't torn it out yet. But no, I don't give away Squash Blossom. I'm sorry, no. You can try it and then be like, I want it in this color, and I'll make it for you in that
Maybe
color.
I want it in Squash Blossom.
Well, that's too bad.
What, are you going to keep two of them in Squash Blossom?
No. Well, I wouldn't have two of them. But
What if I decided I wanted it in Squash Blossom?
well, I'd be tearing mine out.
You're just lucky I don't have much yellow. I don't wear a lot of yellow.
No, you don't.
My husband likes me in yellow, but
He does, and you look good in yellow. I know you have a couple yellow shirts that you gained from me because I don't wear a lot of button-ups. Now I know you're getting. Are you going to keep any of them, or are you getting rid of all of them
probably get rid of all of them. I don't want to have to
dry clean?
Everything is dry clean.
And it's a shame because they're really nice shirts. And they look really good on her. I got them for my year at Northwestern, and by the end, I had stopped wearing them because I was so exhausted that it was too much effort. I was just basically grabbing scraps. Also, I want pockets.
Well, I'm getting to the point that's making me uncomfortable to have them in the closet because they're taking up a lot of space in my closet, and I don't wear them, so they're technically not mine. They're somebody else's, and so they're just sitting there, and I'm keeping them from somebody. So it needs
And
to
someone
go.
will get a very nice. Can you imagine someone who goes to like Goodwill or something and doesn't have a lot of money, and then they have this nice outfits to go for a job interview, because that can make a big difference for somebody having nice clothes for a job interview. It can be the difference of getting a job and not getting a job.
Right.
That's actually one of the things they mentioned. I forget what I was reading, and they're saying it's one of the things that sometimes you'll see people who are homeless, they'll splurge on that one nice suit. When it might look a bit weird because they're coming out of the homeless shelter wearing something nice, but that could be the difference between them getting a job and not getting a job, and then not being homeless anymore.
Right.
So the things that might not seem like necessities do actually end up being necessities. And sometimes a phone can be that way too, because that's how you get a hold of, a prospective boss, especially if they have things where you have to fill in online, certain things or whatever. So, anyway, that was my project.
Okay. Let me just get this stitch finished. I've actually kind of moved out of that kind of stuff. I feel like I can wear it. I just don't know that I should wear it.
I don't think it looks bad on you.
I like.
Oh,
I've always preferred the sweater sets. Mm-hmm. I really do like sweaters and sweater sets.
Funny thing is, it wasn't a look I ever wore a lot of, the button-ups, but because of the job I was going for, I think for a little bit I was like, I can actually wear not scrubs, and I had never had a job where I could wear things that weren't scrubs. So for a little while, I did that because I could for once.
That's the style I used to wear in high school and college.
And that was like, I was like, oh, this will be something Mom can wear. And we wear, we have the capacity to wear the same colors, even if we don't choose to always wear the same colors, even if we lean towards different colors.
We can basically, if we wanted to, we could share. Colors wise, I might not be able to fit the same clothing. I've lost weight and stuff like that. So,
and I've gained weight, so I mean that there's no secret about that. Do you have scissors with you? Because I can't kitchen if I can't cut, and I don't have any.
I don't know, might in here because I kind of pulled everything to make sure I had everything.
Goody, I'll give it right back to you. Just I can't kitchen her.
Yes, you will. I like those scissors.
Well, I do have coming in ones about the same size.
They look the same.
They look the same. It's a set of 6, so you can get 3 and I can get 3.
I'll make sure you have enough first.
Well, I don't need all of them. I wanted one for my scrapbooking bag, and then the extras would be for my knitting.
Right.
And I was like, I don't need all of them. I just didn't want to spend more for 2.
Yeah.
I was like, I'd rather have for the same amount 6 and give Mom a couple. A couple few.
We do this all the time. We buy some. I don't need all of this. Here, you can have
But
this.
I don't want to waste money,
Yeah. We have, even sometimes with Davina, it's like, okay, although with Davina, she's mostly acrylic, so we don't do a lot, but...
Do you have a needle? Do you have a needle like a... I don't have the right
Do
bag.
I look like a lending library?
I don't have the right bags. Because my sock bag that I normally use is in the other room.
Sounds like a personal problem.
And I don't have any of the appropriate tools with me. I wasn't intending to have to, that's not the gun I need.
No, I know that's not.
I don't...
That's DPN.
I didn't intend to kitchen her. Thank you. I'll leave it right here so I know to give it right back. Because I won't have to kitchen her again after this. And I'm not going to weave in the end right away. I just want to kitchen her.
Okay, in my Knitter's Magic blue and white plaid bag, this came from our local yarn shop, and she has someone local, or fairly local, who makes bags for her. The only thing I don't like is that it's a snap instead of a zipper. But other than that, I really love the bag. She does a fabulous job. And that's just preference. It has nothing to do with
everyone has their preferences.
Some people like the drawstring, some people like the zipper, some people like the snap.
And sometimes it depends on my mood.
Yes, it does. And sometimes this depends on the bag itself.
Yes,
I have a bag that I won from Kim. Me, my dog, and some yarn, I think it was.
Oh, I don't remember.
It's a bag, and I won it from her, and it has a snap. I love that.
And you never thought that would be...
No.
Well,
and the one Brittany gave me.
Yeah, and there's a couple of plastic front bags.
Yeah, the couple, I think Rena gave me one that has all my balls of yarn, so I'm doing scrap projects, I can see what's in the bag.
Laura gave me a bunny butt one. And then I also have a bucket bag that... Oh, I forget.
That was Margaret, I think.
It might have been. She gave me that one, and I really do enjoy that bag. It's just, but it wouldn't have been one that if you had said, "Hey, do you want this bag?" or would you purchase it bag? I probably would have been no.
No, if I had seen a plastic bag with a clear, I would not buy it. But I love the one Rena gave me. It's absolutely fabulous. But anyway, this bag is very, very nice. And if you hear noise, my husband just came home from work. So this has all my yarn for Taya's shawl. So this is my Cherry Bomb shawl project from the Scrap Shawl pattern by Anastasia Zattel. And for some reason I don't have my clip to hold this shut. I have a big stitch marker, the big lock and stitch
And
marker.
I don't have much of any of the stuff I normally have with me because
you can see it's growing just a little bit. And I will change colors. I can't change colors though until I skein up the yarn. I'm going to have to reskein up some yarn anyway because I have a potential order in the works for some yarn in my shop, and I don't want to send it to that person before I reskein it.
right.
So this is, the colorway is chocolate covered cherries, I think.
Mm-hmm.
Chocolate covered strawberries. I forget what the color is.
Well, you call it cherry bomb, so I think it's chocolate covered strawberry. I don't
Yeah.
think they're both
No,
cherry.
I think they're different. Yeah. So if this is called cherry bombs, this is probably chocolate covered strawberries.
Because I remember that being the case.
And this is just the top part of it. You can see
yeah.
that it's just,
I mean, you can kind of see I've got this wrapped around more like a
Yeah.
poncho, so.
so you can see it's just at the top. It's not quite as long as what's there already, so I may use just about all this ball.
And it all depends on what you actually feel like doing. I mean, I know
yeah.
you'd have a tendency for that to have you kind of have in your head a basic.
And I do what I want. Sometimes
Yeah.
I'll have something in my head, and I might have something a little more planned out, but then I'm like, well, that's not gonna. I don't have enough of this, so I'm gonna do this instead,
Mm-hmm.
or I'm gonna end up having to improvise. And improvise, it works out okay. It's a scrap shawl, okay?
Right, I mean, that's the whole point. Even though you're not necessarily. You make scrap shawls, and they're like, Laura, with you and your scrap blanket, even. I was like, why are you using a full skein for a scrap
Because I don't have a lot of scraps.
project?
I mean, I do now, but but I don't.
Well, there were points where like you didn't want it not to look you wanted certain colors, and so you made it not scrap because you wanted it to
But I
look a
wanted
certain.
certain colors in there. I mean, there's nothing wrong with having certain colors in your scraps project.
And you didn't want to start in the middle of a row, and
Well, I don't want to start in the middle of the row.
so.
Kay would understand.
But it's
and
a
that
truly scrap.
Kay is from Bakery Bears. In
Yes,
case
she is.
in case you are new to our podcast and you don't know who that is, that's
Yes,
Kay from
Bakery.
Bakery Bears, and that's a podcast you might want to check out if you're interested in British history and
Yeah, because
and all that.
they are not only.
Their lifestyle.
Yeah, they call themselves a lifestyle. They start. I'm sorry for that noise.
Your harvest.
They cover a whole slew of different things.
Yeah, they started as a knitting and crocheting podcast. They are still mainly a knitting and crocheting podcast.
Well, they never were a crocheting podcast.
Well, she did a little. She does a little.
but if you were to say what they were, I would have never said crochet.
Yeah. Well, I say crocheting simply because she's done it.
Yeah.
She's basically a knitting podcast, and then they brought in the history and the cooking, and they do a really nice thing at Advent, and they have a really nice Patreon.
Yeah, their Advent.
And that's fun.
Yeah, they have a fun Advent
Yeah.
thing.
And they're really nice. We haven't been there in a while, but they're really really good.
Mm-hmm.
They're very knowledgeable and very much into
Yes.
what they're doing.
Yes, they are. Very devoted. Well, it is their business.
They have Knitter Forfeit.
Oh yes, they do.
Some of those questions were pretty hard.
Mm-hmm.
And they have a magazine too.
Yeah.
So they're
Well, that's for their whole Patreon
yeah.
program. Like
Yeah.
they do have.
Well, some of that's for the Patreon only,
Yeah.
but a lot of it's also for everything else. She does patterns, and she used to do yarn and bags, but she doesn't.
That's
do
too much stress.
Yeah, well, I think the bags hurt her shoulders.
I think you're right. It hurt
Yeah.
something for
Yeah,
her.
so she had to stop the bags, and then I think the yarn got a little bit too stressful for her. So she basically patterns and then the rest of the stuff. But
Yeah.
But anyway, I don't know why I got into that. Oh, it was what was it for?
I don't know. I don't remember.
I don't know. I don't care.
Oh, we're talking about changing colors in the middle.
Oh, right. That Kay would understand.
But she also doesn't like pooling.
No, she does. I don't get that, but that's okay.
But okay, so it's,
Each their own,
yes. So it's me again, and I was able to finish Kitchenery while we were talking.
and we love her anyway.
So, in my,
You sure you don't want anything else?
I'm positive because at this point I can cast on. I don't
You don't want like a Swift or a...
Well, no. If you keep a Swift in that bag, I'm impressed.
No.
It'd be bigger on the inside. But anyway, so in my triangle R2 bag, in its made by Star Knits. I got this at
The last Fiber Festival we went to.
it was either the last one or the one before that.
Yeah, Shenandoah.
Actually, I think it was the second to last Shenandoah because I don't think I was in the wheelchair yet. I think I hung it off my roll later. So that's where I got this one from. I think it was the same one that you got the owl bag because you didn't have any owl bags.
No, that was from
No, it was not the same place. It was the same.
right. Yeah.
Festival.
Yeah.
That I got this bag and then.
Yeah, because that was the last time I got a bag from her.
You went there and you're like, oh, I don't have any owl bags, and I just like. But anyway,
She thought I was teasing.
I did because I there's no way I thought that she really thought that she didn't have any owl bags. I thought that there's no way, but.
I didn't have enough. Maybe I should put that word in.
Well, you did. You actually literally told me you didn't remember that you had any owl bags at that moment.
I know. I didn't. It was just I saw the owl bag and it all went out.
And because it never occurred to me that she would literally not remember that she had owl bags. But this is Dad's first sock. I'm keeping down. Dad's first sock. And I'm sorry if this is low. He's in the other room. This is his first sock and his Christmas socks. So he likes a shorter cuff.
That turned out really well.
Thank you. Yes. And this is I don't have the tag anymore. It's in my room.
Oh, this is the
one
chicken lady fiber arts.
I think that's what it's called. And she called this an oops. Mm-hmm. So, it's really pretty. It actually matches this fairly nicely. But it's brown, but it has the variation, which makes it interesting. This works up really quickly. His generally do because he, the foot doesn't. Honestly, when I make my foot wider than I should, which I have far too often, I need to go down at least the size when knitting mine. But his foot's as long as mine, just a bit, just wider.
He's a little longer than you, but yeah.
I make it the same. Mm-hmm. Actually, no, we have very similar foot lengths.
Because I can't wear shoes.
I'm a little bit bigger than you are.
Yeah, but it's quite a bit of difference.
You see, I don't know. The one thing I noticed is his foot's wider than mine.
Yeah, because I put that thing on and it flips and flops on me.
The only reason why it flips and flops on me is because it's width. I can actually wear it comfortably in length.
Unless it doesn't for me time.
So I'm at least half a size longer than you. But he likes shorter cuffs, so his works up quicker than mine. So yeah, I'll start off his other one, and then I will feel less like I only have to work on one project. I can diversify a little bit because I remembered that I needed to knit these on Grandma's birthday. And I was like, oh, I should probably do that sooner rather than later. Although I know I'm also, once I finish these, I need to start with priest's rosaries. Although those work up like that. But yes.
Okay.
One of our priests was in the Marines, and I found, and his first name is Michael, and I found a St. Michael centerpiece with the Marines on the back. So I'm super excited about that.
He'll like that. He's
very emotional, so he might cry.
Yeah. Got a couple of very emotional priests. And deacons and things. That's the next one I want to do, are the deacons.
Mm-hmm, yeah, maybe next year. Mm-hmm. You'll have to get their first names for me.
I know their
okay,
names.
So then some of them I might go to the special place, but maybe some of them
Well, we have, let me see. Now I can't remember, but I know and I have them written down in my book, too.
Yeah, because we're special because
one's Mark.
Mark, I think I had to go to the special place.
Mark, and one's Raphael.
A special place. Because I had to get yours, Raphael.
I think the other one's Jerry, so either Gerard or Gerald.
So, special place. I have several sources. Because I have had people who want special centerpieces. A lot of times the really special ones, unless I had someone who's willing to pay more, a lot of times those are gifts. Because also I've closed my rosary part of my shop because I don't want to ruin my disability stuff, and I don't make enough with the rosaries to sustain.
I would like to put in an order for years down the line for my seminarian. His is Andrew.
Okay. Yeah. I have Andrew. I have an Andrew's Peter one.
I want one for Father Matt.
I have...
And I know you have Matthew because I have Matthew.
Yes, I know. And I can pick up Matthew easily. So...
And Father Matt doesn't watch this.
No, he doesn't.
I still remember the time I sent him my letter, and I sent him the notes for PHN.
Really?
He's like, I'm not sure what this is, but it's not a letter.
Well, he knew all the projects you were working on.
At that particular time, I was like, okay, I will resend.
You had to have been so confused.
Probably just laughing.
Well, I imagine that when you open it up, it's like, what is this? You know, because that's even more confusing, like just getting someone's like grocery list. At least you know what a grocery list is.
Well, it's got PHN show notes or whatever it says on it, and the date and everything. It's got, you know, things yellowed out and things that aren't yellowed out, and
well, it had the rules,
and the alongs. It's like,
but that's not like your normal like I said, grocery list. You would know like right off. Oh, that's what this is. You're looking at the show notes. You're like, what in the world? What is this thing?
It makes sense to me.
Your turn, because that's all my projects.
Okay, hold on. Now this one I started yesterday. I've been meaning to start it for a while, and I have been putting it off. First of all, I had to cake up the yarn, and then I didn't want to have to go around the chain. I can do it. I just don't like doing it. But what I'm doing is, it's called Baby Platypus, and right now his name is Petey.
Aww.
So this is what he looks like.
I need to go back to working on your Franklin.
So that's Petey the Platypus. And this is the one, what we were telling about that on Etsy, was it that we got these?
Yes.
Yes. The materials, the tool, everything is like on one page. Every body part is like on one page.
The Etsy has a lot, like, it's like they have great scrapbooking suppliers who are just awesome in many different ways. And then their pattern people for toys are amazing.
And she's, I think she's from the Netherlands.
Yeah, because there were a couple foreign people.
Because she asked for a 4mm needle, a 4mm hook.
Well, that could be British.
Well, that's European.
Well, you said Netherlands.
No, I did. By saying I'm just saying she was from.
Yeah.
4mm is more common in Europe than it is in the United States. I do have a 4mm.
That's a G.
It's a G, but it's not really a G. I've got a.
You see, all my G's are 4s.
I have all my G's are 4.5 or 4.25.
Really, because all my G's are 4s. My E's are 3.5.
My,
because the purple clover armoire, that's a 4.0.
Okay, here's mine. Okay, mine.
Oh, that's a different brand.
I've got the F is a 3.7. And the G is a 4.25.
Okay, that's a different brand. That's because the one I always use is the Clover Armoire, and that's a purple handle, and it's 4.0 G.
Well, that's what I'd like to get because I thought I have some. I think
they're more they're the most comfortable.
Yeah, these are comfortable too. The only 7s that I have, because they're also called 7s, the 4.0 millimeters.
No, 4.0 millimeters. I've never seen 4.0 for.
That's what mine has said.
That's weird. Because I have 7s, but they're not 4.0s.
I have 7s. I have a 7 and I have a 4.0 G, but it's got a flat handle. It's not.
Yeah, you see if you get the Clover Armoire, you have the 7, and I can't remember. I think that might be a 3. I'm not sure what it is.
Oops.
The bunny. I'm not sure what the 7 is in the Clover Armoire, but the 4.0 for sure is the G.
I'm gonna have to have Daddy look at this and fix it. I decided to use the 4.25 instead of the 3.75 because this is bulky weight yarn, and this is the first. This is the first little leg or foot or whatever you want to call this, and so you can see the different color change there. And I just have to finish. It's very tight in here. So that's one of the reasons I don't like doing it. But I think when I do other parts of the body and it's bigger,
well, yeah, I mean, certain sections are going to be tighter than others.
So that's this. And I've got, right now I'm working the tan, this darker color, and then the white for the egg. But
I keep forgetting you have an egg for that.
I asked Davina which one I should start with, the dark one or the pink, and she said, well, do whatever you want. And I said,
that's helpful.
So this is, if I decide to do another one, I'll do this color for the bill and stuff because I do have this. Because I'm doing.
You show them the picture.
Yes, I did.
Oh, you did? Okay, I was looking down.
I'm doing an albino platypus because trying to work the regular platypus was too dark. So I went and looked to see if they had albino, and they do. And some of them have that pinkish kind of beak, and some of them have this blue one.
I think they call it a bill.
Yeah, they do, but that's okay. I don't care. So yeah, in case you want to see it again.
He's so cute.
And that's a bulky weight yarn. And the person is the shop or person, or whatever it's called, Dan Art on not Instagram, on Etsy. And she makes a really, it's a book. I have to pull out my plastic sheets and make a book for this. Like get folders that have the little prongs on them, so you're not getting all these books.
Yeah.
A big notebook that you have to worry about. So I'm gonna pick some of those up and some folders, and from now on, when I get these, I'm gonna print them back and front because
that's what I generally do.
And you can see I have my little panda bookmark here to know where I'm supposed to start. I'm having fun with it. I'm not going to work on it right now because I kind of have to pay attention.
Well, yeah, generally I find that's the case with toys unless you're in the straightaway.
Well, it's also so tight in here that my tassels, I thought it was part of my yarn.
Oh.
Okay. But that's all I have to say about that. Oh, it's in my Silver Shed USA Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles bag. And this is one of her, it's either her extra large or her extra, extra large. I'm not sure which because I don't know.
Do you have any yarn
Do I have any yarn?
to show?
You mean for my shop? No.
Okay, and I don't have any FOs, do you?
No.
Okay, excuse me. So that should, sorry. Let me take a quick drink. Let's see. I was just writing a quick note so I know how many cast on per needle. Okay. So I have some scrapbooking. I don't know if you have any scrapbooking that you've done.
I don't have any scrapbooking.
Okay.
I mean, I do, but it's personal and not really pretty or anything like that.
And well, after that is the stash enhancements. So, I don't know that. Actually, I don't think I showed this last time. I'm not sure if I showed the persuasion one.
I think you did, but
so I might have showed the first page of persuasion.
Yeah, I don't remember.
So
I don't know.
I think I showed the first page of persuasion, but I got excited about my ephemera, and I did another page. This has the first chapter on the bookmark. This has I did talk about this, I think. The quote that he's that is in this letter here. Yeah. But then I've done quite a bit of progress on my Michelangelo and the Pope's ceiling. So I drew the famous Adam and God's hands for the creation of Adam for my pouch for my library card. And then I just added various...
Pocket?
I guess it could be a pocket, yeah. And then I have like various different painterly things.
Makes you sound like you have a kangaroo in there.
Yeah. Various different Thank you, Mom.
You're welcome. My job here is finished.
Various different painterly things. Then some some ephemera I printed out, and it had a quote from Michelangelo. It says, "A beautiful thing never gives so much pain as this failing to hear and see it." Then I have a quote. Let me take another drink. Sorry, I have like this. There we go. So first of all, I kind of wanted some pretty script because I wanted to look. Well, I just want to look pretty. Sometimes you just have a quote. You don't want to just like you're writing like you would for a review. So I went and I looked up different kinds of fancy script. So that's why I have this fancy M for Michelangelo, and I've followed through with some other of the script, and then I did more down here. It's a quote that, it's the quote that gave rise to one of the more famous quotes in Agony and Ecstasy, which was a Charlton Heston, Rex Harrison movie about Michelangelo painting the Sistine Chapel. So, the actual quotes, this is something, the book is quoting one of Michelangelo's friends or students or something. Not Vasari this time. But Michelangelo was hampered by the urgency of the Pope, who asked him one day when he would finish the chapel. And when Michelangelo answered, "When I can," the Pope, enraged, retorted, "You want me to have you thrown off the scaffolding." So the quote in the movie is, "When will you be finished?"
It'll be finished when it's finished.
So this is the source of that.
That's interesting.
Yes. As soon as I saw that, I'm like, well, I gotta use that because that's a quote from one of his friends, students, whatever, and you can now see where the influence was for the movie.
Because we always thought it was just a quote,
Right. Well, something that they just made for
Yeah.
the movie. They didn't necessarily have quotes. No, it actually came from somewhere. And I have some Sistine Chapel stamps. They were never issued. They were never used. I guess they were made for collectors. And hang on, there we go. I wrote the review in pencil, and I'm slowly filling it in pen. And some more of my Sistine Chapel stamps. I have some things I'm going to be putting on the side here, which is why there's this margin here.
Did you like kind of do a ruler slice?
No, I just kind of eyeballed it. And then I have all this space right here to do whatever I want. So I was a little self-indulgent with this one. Well, the review was always going to be longer, but I didn't necessarily need 2 more pages just to be self-indulgent. But I liked the quote, and then I wanted to play with script. And then...
That's what the journal's for.
Yes. I was like, well, I gotta put... As soon as I put down the quote, I was like, I gotta have... I wasn't gonna put agony and ecstasy in there initially, but when I had the quote, I'm like, I gotta. And it's gotta be it's gotta be a big old picture. I liked this picture on the cover. It actually looks like he could have been saying it at this point, because they're both looking up at the ceiling.
They did a really good job portraying the relationship.
Now, I think that they perpetuated the myth that Michelangelo laid on his back while painting. That is actually truly a myth. They did not do that. It was kind of like they bent back while they were standing. It sounded very uncomfortable.
I wouldn't want to do that. I would feel like I'm going to fall over.
Yeah, it sounded very uncomfortable. But yeah, apparently that is completely a myth that they
It's
laid on his
beautiful.
back.
The Sistine Chapel is absolutely gorgeous.
It is. So some of these stamps do show the less famous scenes from different parts of the ceiling, because everyone knows this one. Apparently, this wasn't even what he considered his best work, The Creation of Adam. I can't remember which one he did. It's mentioned in the book, but I figured...
My favorite is still the little guy in the corner.
But I bet you can't point him out.
No, I couldn't.
Yeah.
I'm not even sure what side of the corner he's on.
Well, I think he's in...
like this side, I think.
He's in one of his earlier ones, I want to say. I think, like...
What do you mean his early ones?
One of the earlier frescoes. So it would have been Old Testament.
Right, but up in the ceiling still.
Yes, all of his are up in the ceiling. But it's one of the ones where it's smaller.
Mm-hmm.
Because when he did it first, the earlier parts of the fresco were smaller because he didn't realize how small it would look from the ground until they reached a point where he was halfway through, and then they did a reveal. And he looked up at it and he's like, oh, I need to go bigger. So that's why you see things past that point being far fewer figures, but quite a bit larger.
Yeah.
So like the creation of Adam, the creation of Eve.
Wasn't the guy a cardinal that he did in there?
I can't remember.
He complained to the Pope, and the Pope didn't do anything about it.
If it was referenced from this book, it was such a brief reference because it wasn't.
And it might have been that's what they said in the movie or something.
Yeah.
I might be misremembering my hair.
But yeah, so this was not what he considered even his best part of the Sistine Chapel, even though that's exactly what everyone thinks about. Yeah. But anyway, yeah. This is not quite finished. When it is, I will do, a little bit on, show it on my booktube, because that's why, or my bookstagram. It will be shown on booktube as well, but I tend to like to show my journal stuff on there. I get ideas from other people, so why not share my ideas? Because I get a lot of, that's one thing I've really enjoyed about the bookstagram and about just the ephemera. I would have never thought of doing something quite that creative. So, yes.
I told you had it, didn't you?
I think I just needed to have the right reason to. I couldn't just be like whimsical. I have to have a purpose or something. I don't know. But yeah, now that leads us into stash enhancement. Maybe tea first, and then both of our things that are similar.
The tea, I made a fairly good order of tea because I ran out of stuff, and we ran out of sugar. So some of the stuff I had to take out because, well, gifts. Mm-hmm. But I can see the bottom of my tin for this. So I got some chocolate chai pu'er tea. And you might say to me, didn't you just get honeybush pumpkin chai? Yes, I can see the bottom of my tin almost. So I got that. I got 2 of these. So I'll fill that up. 2 of those. And I got 2 of these, which I'm going to put directly into my tin because I don't have any more, which means my next order, which is already in my cart, has more of this in it. It's the little gray cells.
I need to hurry up and order Russian Caravan because I think I used up all my Russian Caravan and I can't make it anymore. I have to get some.
Now this bag, I know you guys, this is not, believe it or not, even the biggest bag of sugar you can get, but Ty and I get this, we share it. So that's
Yes,
why
we do.
it comes up in most orders, is the sugar. But I got, this is Christmas tea. Decaf latte. It sounds like it's going to be really good. I want something Christmassy because I'm not doing the CT this year and I'm not doing the Advent either. So this is going to be along with the D-Stash. Secret Santa. I love the covers of these tins. I wish I have to put that on the... I have to put this and see if I can copy it. And then this one came up on the CT for the community tea for December. I said, I'm not getting the community tea. I don't need to be the stress of posting the pictures during December. And I have basically what I want to get off of that. So I'm not going to do that, but I wanted this one tea. It's been on my list for months and months and months, I think, or weeks and weeks and weeks. And it came up in December's community, so I bought it so I could drink it with them. And this is called chocolate caramel chai. So that's the loose teas I got. And most of these are going to go right in the tin, and the sugar will go, refresh our sugar tin and then go into the box where it goes.
Well, it's going to be nice for you. Like, I have this image that you will be able to sit down. You'll find time to sit down with your Christmassy tea and maybe do some Christmassy scrapbooking.
Yeah. Well, I'm really, really pulling back online. I really am. I still have more to do, but I'm not on there a lot. That's why sometimes I don't see things right away unless somebody tags me. This is bugging me.
Yeah, her hair is shorter right now because she got a haircut. I didn't get my haircut because I wasn't feeling well yesterday, so I'm shaggy. So we're at both extremes.
I'm not Scooby. But anyway.
Well, I'm actually a lion. I feel like I have a mane.
What was I saying?
Talking about
the sugar
and...
Oh...
Scrapbooking, making time, not being on the internet.
Yeah, not being on the internet. I still have to pull back. Basically, just go on a dojo maybe 2 or 3 times a day, like morning, noon, and night.
Sometimes you already do.
Sometimes I fall because I see something comes up or something like that, which is another reason why I don't want to do the pictures. I'm trying to pull back.
Right.
And so I'm just getting on enough to kind of see what's going on for that, and then my CHP, and then things here and there. And I want to get more active in PHN. So I'm trying to not, and then silly me, I picked up some more stuff for writing, and I picked up things for scrapbooking. So I'm trying to balance, and I'm not doing a very good job at it, but I am trying. If somebody really needs to contact me, and I really appreciate those who used either the PHN message or actually found my email and contacted me that way, because a lot of times I won't see it otherwise. And sometimes I don't see it when it comes up on the PHN private message because I don't get notified all the time. So I try to get those. If I don't get back to you with the PHN private message within a couple of days, I haven't received it, and you might want to tag me in the thread and say, hey, you got a message, or look up my email and say, hey, or even on YouTube and say, hey, I sent you a message at PM, you might want to go look, because I don't always get notified. Okay? But that's all I have to say about the tea stuff.
You just have 4 more stitches to put on your 24.
But all these, like the honey bush pumpkin, I only put 1 in the box, and the chocolate typura is not going to go in the box at all because I have tins. And the little gray cells are not going to go in the box at all because it's going to go in the tin. So, which is good.
10, 12, 14, 16, 18, 20, 22, 24, 26, 28. Didn't Grandpa throw out numbers when you were trying to count last time?
Oh, he might have.
Because I seem to remember you like yelling at him. But
sometimes my dad could be a child.
I'm so sorry.
Mischievous.
Mm-hmm.
I don't think he did it on purpose.
No, he had this look on his face. He was doing it on purpose.
Okay.
Mm-hmm. He thought he was funny.
I don't remember that.
Because that's what you schooled him.
I don't remember scolding him.
Or maybe he talked about doing it. One of those two.
Yeah, might have been.
Okay, so...
Do you want to do the bookmark first?
Yes, 'cause I left mine in my room. So
Okay. This says,
forgot about it.
you were right here. It's a bookmark, and it has a little arrow telling you where you were at, which I think is absolutely fabulous.
yeah, when I saw that, I'm like, oh, I gotta.
And then,
So let's start with, because at this point it's all scrapbooking, right?
except for this.
Okay, go ahead with that, because then scrapbooking's all the
Okay,
same.
we got Happy Mail.
Yeah.
And she said you can use it for whatever you
I'm
want.
so sorry, guys.
You can use it for yourselves, or you can use it for a prize. And we've been giving a lot for prizes. And I saw this. I'm like, I'm keeping this. So this was donated by I Know Who You Are. She said we could keep it if we wanted to, and we appreciate that. I'm trying to make sure that this is.
There's no note in there.
No note in here because it came from the person who actually made the bag. And I don't know the shop because it just has her name, and I don't want to say her name because.
Yeah. It's the same she well, she probably has it on her pad.
Yeah.
Okay, that clever Clementine.
That Clever Clementine. Okay. So these 2 bags, I didn't realize there were 2 bags in here. Thank you very much. I Know Who You Are. I did send her a message and a picture. Let me know if you need a clearer picture because I didn't take it out of the wrapping. I wanted to show you guys the unboxing, so to speak.
Sorry
So-
for the crinkly.
Yeah. So these are the 2 bags.
And Mom was like,
I want
birdies.
this one. The other one's cute too, but
But you want
this one. Birdies. So this is going to probably have scrapbooking stuff in it, or maybe I think this is as big as the other one.
I should put, when I eventually start it, your s'more snail in here.
I'm thinking about putting my scrapbooking in here, but I haven't decided.
Well, you definitely need to put your scrapbooking in a bag that's on your desk.
Yes.
Because then you'll do it more.
So isn't that gorgeous? Thank you. I Know
Yes,
Who You
thank you.
Are. She did say I read it twice that we could keep it if we wanted to, and this time I really wanted to keep it. So I apologize that we decided to keep these, but
Thank you.
thank you very, very much. Very generous. Thank you so much. And while it might not be used for knitting for me, it will be used for my crafting. So
Because she, right now where her scrapbooking stuff is,
it's all over.
it's all over the place.
I mean, it's in boxes. And
But
stuff.
it's not right where my scrapbooking stuff is. It's in very easy reach of my desk. All I have to do is bend over and grab stuff. So I'm more inclined to scrapbook when I have the impulse, whereas Mom has to go find her stuff, figure out where it is, and then by the time she does that, she may not feel like scrapbooking anymore.
Yep. Or I forget what I was going to do.
Right.
I need to get back into the habit of like sketching things out. Like I used to do when I had a story and I would write out the.
Yes.
You know, I need to get like a little tiny notebook.
I was just thinking you need to have a little notebook that you have in your purse or whatever. But so now onto the scrapbooking type stuff. Some of this is ephemera, and then some of it is tools because I'm doing a lot more scrapbooking, and I was like, okay, it's time for me to get. Since I am doing this, I'm being consistent with this. I need to have tools, and I've been using for my tools previously the pencil case I had at school. You know, like one of those little cylindrical ones that are have like mesh, and then the plastic on either end. And it's it's not like thin mesh, but it's like that thick plastic.
Well, it's meant to be able to hold scissors, but
yeah. And so it's like it's good for what it was intended for, but it's not quite big enough. And it was really jam packed, and I was like, okay, I need a scrapbooking bag that can remain my drawing for non-scrapbooking stuff bag, and I'll put that elsewhere. But I need one that's just for scrapbooking that I can grab and have on my desk. So that's what this is for. I like the material.
It's corduroy.
Yeah.
It's corduroy.
And I didn't have any smaller
You need to
bags for you.
find a adhesive corduroy bear to put on the pocket.
His corduroy was a blue?
Brown. No, well, he's brown. I think it was blue.
I think it was blue, and he had the
Or
one
was it
button.
red?
No, it wasn't red. He had the one button that was missing because
That's what
it would
I mean.
flip down. Actually, it wasn't the whole thing that he was missing a button.
It might have been.
But anyway, so what I have in here, first of all, I have the dedicated pencils. And what's cool about this one, okay, first of all, the brand is Zebra, and so that's cool. And to open you can twist the thing to bring the eraser up and down. But to let your I don't know why I keep trying to say mouse. To let your
We were both wrong. It
What
was
color?
green.
well, that's okay, yeah. But you're right about the cover. The cover is red.
Yeah, hold on. Let's see here. I'm sorry. I had to know. We had to figure out what corduroy bear. Here we go.
Okay,
Let's see.
okay.
Corduroy bear.
But to have the lead advance, you shake up and down.
You shake it?
Yeah, and then it'll advance. But you have to shake it hard. So it's not just like, oh, I shook it a little bit. So that advances it. I guess when you're holding it, you aren't squeezing it and then...
Oh, right.
Because sometimes that can be annoying. You'll advance your lead and you'll break your lead because it advances when you didn't intend it to. So those are... Then I got this a while back, my glue pen.
Hi, here's the actual book, the old book itself. No, that's not what I asked for. And there's the button they lost.
Yeah. Well, see, there it looks almost blue.
No, it's green.
Mm-hmm.
It's green. You got red glasses on.
Oh, okay.
See, he lost his button.
So that's what's in my front pocket, the pencils and the glue thing. I also have a little thing that tells me, well, I could probably get rid of it now. It's the, I have now, because I saw this on Bookstagram, where someone was using kind of like the whiteout, because I like the whiteout that's like this. And they said there's this glue version. And I was like, oh, that's cool. That'd be really nice, because I have the glue stick hasn't really been great for me. This works really well. I have,
Maybe one.
yes, it was a set of 4, so I gave her one to see if she would like it. I had the other 3. And you can get them in different colors. I just got the red. The glue is all the same. But, well, you take this off.
Mm-hmm.
I'm trying to do it one-handed, which doesn't work.
Does it pull off?
Yeah, it pulls off.
Okay.
And then you just, yeah.
Oh, okay.
You just scroll it across.
Okay.
So it's really nice, just like the whiteout. And then I have my...
That you're this?
Yes, I was about to show that, but I want to show my cutting board first. So this was a $5.99 cutting board. They call it a self-healing one. This is the only size I needed. So to go with that, I wanted to have spot... Because sometimes, okay, yeah, little scissors. Scissors are great if you're trying to do big areas, but sometimes you want more detailed. Maybe I want to cut out.
And be careful, because that's really sharp.
It is really sharp. You gotta be careful with this.
I have one too.
Yeah, because it came with a set of 2 with extra blades. I'm like, I don't need 4 blades. And so I gave her the other half. And yeah, you do have to be careful. It's a very sharp blade. But it comes with its own little protection thing. I have my extra lead in here. Oh, I finally got my tweezers.
Oh, like mine?
Yeah, so I've used them for when I glue my stamps, and I've held it down with the tweezers and then picked it up with the tweezers.
It's a nice little case.
Yes, it came in a nice little case. These are the bent ones, and these are the straight-on ones. And it'll be nice for getting the washi tape up, and for getting the...
I think mine are the same color.
Maybe, I don't know. Mine I got off of Amazon. And they didn't have... I don't think I had a lot of color options available.
They didn't have a lot for mine either. I think they had black and white and that color and pink or something.
Yeah, I can't remember what my color options were, but it comes in a nice case. And yeah, I wanted to have the tweezers because I waited to make sure that it was something that I thought I would use. I wanted to make sure I was doing it. I wasn't going to stop doing it. Now, I didn't think I would because I'm doing it for each book. And then I have my lead and my erasers. And I still have space for the rest of the tools that I have been waiting for. One of the things is, you know when you put something like a sticker and wash it down and you have the bubble? It's one of those things where you scrape it across and it gets rid of the bubble.
I usually just use a roller or something.
Yeah, I don't have a roller type thing. And
a ruler.
Oh, a ruler. Okay, yeah, I can see that.
I don't use the edge of it. I use the side of it.
Yeah, that's kind of what they have.
Yeah.
And I wanted something that was easily in my... Again, I pull out my bag. All my tools are there. Right. The only thing that isn't going to be in there is my thing, but it stays on my desk anyway.
Right.
It's so thin it can sit on top of my books. Now, the one thing that Mom and I did get in common is... I guess another thing that things were in common too. Whoops. The bunny. So, you saw the stamps in my thing for Sistine Chapel. I knew I was running out of Michelangelo, and I wanted more. Oh, here's the book one. More Michelangelo, and I found this place called Colorful Temptations. That's what he's called, Colorful Temptations. He has really well-priced stamps that were previously used. because I have two places I go to. One, which is where you sell last stamps. They were never issued, so they're more expensive. They are more like collectors. Colorful Temptations, they were used. So they have like the marks on them and stuff. And I actually kind of like that better.
That's better, yeah.
And they're less expensive. So
we're not collecting, we're using them.
yeah. So these are the ones from the other place where it's mint never hinged. These are 1991 Sistine Chapel. These are the rest of the ones. I've already used. So that's the more expensive person. Whoops. Thank you.
It's bunny.
Thank you. Yes, he is a bunny. Go and put that back in here. Now the other guy, because they're not just collector things, they're not going to tell me the date because they're all sorted. So here's the rest of Michelangelo. All sorts of different scenes on there. I'm not going to show you every single stamp, but it looks like he also sent me some that were not actually stamps, just some pictures.
Oh, that's cool.
Which is kind of cool. Yeah, some of these are just pictures that I can cut out then and put on there. Because, like, here's the Pieta. So some more there, which is really awesome. And then the other one is, this looks like it was some sort of collector thing, so I'll get the thing around it, and I have the Pieta.
You have the whole, yeah.
I know, it's so cool. So I feel like I really won with him. Him, her, whatever. Oh, here's another Michelangelo. It's got hidden. So here's the rest of the ones I got from him from Michelangelo. So I have quite a bit now to line the edging with. And they're all, some of them are wider, some of them are not. So it's good. So one of yours maybe?
Okay, this one, I don't know. These Taya picked them up for me, so I don't know where they come from.
Okay, this one is the more collector one.
Yeah, this is Nativity of Christ. At least I think that's what it says.
Yeah, that one because there's 1966 is one set, and the other one's 1979.
And this one is this is also Nativity.
Yeah, I'm trying to remember which one's 1966 and one's 1979. I'm trying to see if it says in the small print.
This is
yeah, this is Roma.
So you can see, I can't really, there's a lot of glare on this and I can't get much further.
Yeah, they can see it.
There we go.
So yeah,
I'm challenged with this.
No, you got it. You got a good view. I'm just trying to see if it says on here. You know, they don't have on here what the date is. When I ordered it, they did tell you what the date is.
Did you mean to give me this?
That's where she is. Thank you. Then maybe
like, Austin or something?
Yeah, if you see Teresa of Avila in there, let me know because I'm missing one Teresa of Avila. Okay. This is Victorian authors. I couldn't find it. If I'm missing just one Teresa of Avila, I'm not going to throw a fit. But I was going to be upset if I was missing both, and it would be in a set like this.
This is religious, but you gave it to me.
Yeah, I gave it to you. No, it would be packaged like this.
No,
one.
I don't see any like that.
Okay, yay. Thank you. I wondered where that went.
I didn't know what I was going to do with that.
No, those are my Victorian authoresses. So it's got Mrs. Gaskell, who wrote North and South. George Eliot, who wrote The Mill on the Floss.
You keep going. Let's say hi to Daddy.
Emily Bronte, who wrote Wuthering Heights.
Emily Blunt, huh?
And then Charlotte Bronte, who wrote Jane Eyre. Oh, they don't have Anne Bronte. I like Anne Bronte the best of the Bronte sisters. So we'll have to see if my other Trees of Avila shows up because that one was missing. But yay, Mom found my Victorian authoresses. I really like how that looks. Well, they really did not try to do Emily Bronte any favors. I mean, I know they said the Bronte girls were not necessarily pretty, but they really didn't try to make her look at all pretty. Okay, so continuing on with the stamps. There's Michelangelo.
I had to say hello to my husband before he goes down to do his workout.
I have a book on Kindle.
Got it on beta?
The Pen and Sword Publishing was having a sale for like $1, maybe $2 for different Kindle books. You download and then you have to get it into the Kindle file and put it on your Kindle. But if you went to their site, you got the sale. And one of the books was about the Boy Scouts in the Great War.
Oh, cool.
And I thought that was interesting. And one of my sources had 1950s Boy Scout stamps. And I was like, this is
Be careful
perfect.
with those. Those are perforated. Wow.
Yeah, so.
I mean, those are old-fashioned perforated. Look at that. Those are the kinds you have to lick. Yes, he's got the glue on the back.
Oh yeah.
So
I
you
won't be
take-
licking them.
No, you can take a wet sponge or something.
Yeah, yeah. So there they are.
Oh, that's cool.
And if I have any extra after I finish the book, I'll let you have some.
Are they American or British?
America, Boy Scouts of America.
Cool.
United States postage. It looks like it says 3 cents. But when I saw in their listing, it said it was like 1940s, 1950s. I think it was 1940s. I was like, this is the right era. This is going to be perfect for my listing for this book. And it only came in like this size set. Yeah, and I just thought it was really cool. On my honor, I will do my best. Yeah, so this is exciting. I don't think I've ever had one to feel like paper.
Yeah. Yeah. That's the old stamps. That's where they used to get them. This kind of.
Huh.
I mean, that's before my time, but
But yeah, I will need to keep this
be
cardboard
careful
thing.
not to get it moist because it will stick.
Yeah. Even when I do, I'll probably use the glue pen just in case it's not actually like, because they said they weren't used. They weren't ever like issued. So in case it's not moist on the back, I don't want to wet it and have it get ruined. So I'll use my glue pen.
What you like to do is feel it. And you can take one of these little.
Oh, good point. I could probably take one side things because I don't want to ruin these special stamps. So these are kind of cool. When I got them, I didn't realize that they would be so different than the other ones. And when I put it in a folder or whatever, I will keep this cardboard behind it to protect the stamps. Then the other ones from Colorful Creations, you can show maybe one of your other ones.
One of my other ones from what?
One of your other stamps.
I'll just show the big owl here.
Yeah, there you go.
This is my big owl. And it's like the one that Ty had with the chapel, only not quite as busy in terms of what's available. It has the same little window, the stamp, and then the owl itself. That's really cool.
Now, I think that these might be extra stamps that they sent, because usually when they attach it to notes, it means it's extra. So they appreciate the support, and then they're asking if I want to be in their email list because they're evil. And they sent me what looks like extra stamps. This one's Italy. Guinea?
Let me see.
Because they're from. This one's got like some sort of script, like Russian or something.
Bissau.
So like it looks like all sorts. Bulgaria. This is what I like about them is, okay, say you get a collection like owls, and Mom will show you that in a little bit. She has like owls, but she has like Czech owls and like Italian owls, and like they're not.
And the Italian owls have little cappuccinos. No, they don't.
So that's one of the fun things about theirs is that they. Oh, here's George Washington. It's a bicentenary.
Oh yeah, 1975 probably.
Yeah, it's a 1776 to 1976.
Oh, 76. Okay, they got the second part of it. Yeah.
But yeah, so I mean,
That makes sense. Yeah. Is that Richelieu?
Republique.
Is that Cardinal Richelieu?
Maybe.
Let's see.
It looks like someone I should know who he is, and the stamp is unhelpful.
Yeah, it doesn't have anything on it.
I mean, it looks like it's French.
As I was wondering if it's Richelieu. I can't read what it says up here.
Well, let's see. It says Republique. Oh, wait, hold on. Hey, Mom.
What?
Absolutely correct. Cardinal Richelieu.
Ha ha ha!
It's on the side. Good job.
Cardinal Richelieu.
So, I should save that for when I read,
Musketeers.
well, no, I'm not going to read Three Musketeers. I'm currently reading, I haven't finished it. It's, a book on, she was a Queen of England. I can't pull her name out of my head right now. But she was Catholic, and she married one of, the English kings. But she and her mother and Cardinal Richelieu all had issues. They didn't like each other. So I could save it for that, or I could save it for something on the French Revolution.
Yeah, he's French, not English. So.
But he had a relation because she was French.
Yeah.
So there was not a friendly relationship there. So he could be used in multiple things. He'll be useful.
I just had I see a French guy in a Cardinals cap and it says Republique. I immediately think it's Richelieu.
Well, once I turned to the side, it told me who it was. So that's cool. That was an extra.
It's actually pretty close to Charlton Heston.
Charlton Heston played Richelieu? Oh, I didn't know that.
in the 1970 whatever version of the Three Musketeers, or early 80, whatever it was.
Your turn to show one.
Okay.
We'll just go one, 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 one.
I've got a lot here.
I do too.
I've got 4 here. Okay. So I got some more owls here.
And it's just like your different areas of owls.
Let's see here. I haven't really looked at these because Ty just
Well,
gave them to
yeah,
me.
I just got them in the mail.
We've got. Oh, this is pretty. This guy.
Where's he from?
I don't
Oh,
care.
he's upside down, Mom. Republic of Guinea. So Guinea.
Guinea. So this
Is
is.
that Guinea or New Guinea would that be? It would be Guinea,
It could
right?
be New Guinea. I mean,
It just says Guinea on it.
I don't know how they do their stamps.
Me either.
And then we've got Magyar Posta. I don't know if that's Maiar.
It's really cool because it's something we could probably look up later
Oh,
and
yeah,
see
yeah.
what it means.
The little. That's why I checked something.
Hang on, let me see.
Oh, here's the right Republic of
This
Niger.
is Czechoslovakia.
This is the Republic of Niger. So Nigeria, I guess.
Mom, they have little owls with eggs next to
Aw.
it. I haven't
Oh, I
shown
see.
them.
Yeah.
but-
Yeah.
So,
It's hard to see anyway.
yeah,
so-
that one's small. And some of them we'll show you because we can, but the smaller ones, we might just say where they're from.
Yeah.
Because it's really hard to see.
Cuba.
Oh, the Kuba one's pretty.
Yeah, it is. It looks like and then we have. I don't know where this one's from.
Let me take a look. He's in flight.
Yeah.
Oh, wow, that's not even... maybe scan...
Here's another one from Mayar or Mygar or whatever it's called.
Yeah, I'm not quite sure where this is. I'm not sure. Yeah, I'm really not sure what this is.
This is New Zealand. I'm not even sure if this
New
is
Zealand's is
a real
hilarious.
owl or if it's a wooden carving.
No, it's
or-
like a wooden carving owl. It's
Yeah.
kind of funny looking.
Yeah,
It almost doesn't look like it's a real stamp.
yeah.
You can't see it.
It almost
but-
looks like it came off of a cereal box. Or
It
something.
does.
And then there's this one here is from Mozambique. I think it's Mozambique. I've never seen it spelled with a C like that, but it might
But it
be
might
French.
be. Well, it might be their area.
It might be
like how they
French.
spell it.
French might do it that way, or Spanish. Mozambique. I don't know. Mozambique, I think, was in held by France for a while. I think Mozambique. But yeah, so that's that particular set of stamps. Kind of cool. I like seeing where all the different owls are.
Yeah, I do too. So here's my snake. My first snake collection.
Yeah.
Snake and lizards.
I don't like spider snakes.
So
What it takes.
this one, oh gosh, it has 2 different scripts on it. So,
Well, we probably can't go through all of them because we have a
No.
ton of stamps.
but yes, a lot of snakes ones don't even have English. Like, I mean, don't even have a.
They may be from Africa and South America.
Yeah, like
and-
I don't even recognize the script for them. Well, this
Yeah.
one's Guinea. You could tell where they took the sticky part off of the envelope for the. Oh, thank you. Oh wow, that's a paper one for a Cayman Islands. Did the Cayman Islands have like a queen at one point or something? Because
I don't know a whole lot about the Cayman
or maybe
Islands.
they were held by Britain, because that almost looks like the Queen of England. That almost looks like a young Elizabeth II.
It is.
Yeah, so Cayman Islands might have been held by
I'm
England.
pretty sure it's her. It's meant to be her, I think.
Yeah, it looks like her to me. But the Republic of Guinea, that's a really pretty snake. Like I said, I wasn't gonna show them. I just saw the Cayman Islands in the picture. I was like, oh, I think that's the Queen of England. But yeah, there's all sorts. A lot of the ones for the snakes and lizards don't even have like script that we would recognize. Or they'll have part of it, the script we recognize, and the other. Oh, there's Jamaica for the iguana. That's a smaller stamp, so I'm not showing it. Ooh, that's a coral snake. Wait, no, it's a king snake. I apologize. Red on black.
Something like red on yellow, kill a fella or something like that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Wait, no, red on yellow.
Oh, venom black.
Yeah.
Red on yellow,
Yellow,
kill a
venom,
fellow.
fellow.
Red on black, venom black.
Yeah, I thought this is a king snake because also the head's not a viper head. So that was actually what I was looking at because I couldn't remember the thing. I love the king snake. I always thought that they were pretty. So, don't know where that's from because I don't. It's 1986, the year before I was born.
I have a colorway of that color.
So yeah. Oh, isn't he pretty?
Mm-hmm.
I think this is maybe a corn snake. Not quite orange enough for corn snake, but he's pretty. But yeah,
We got to get going.
we gotta get going. But a lot of pretty I do like snakes. Always have.
I'm not sure where this particular one is from.
This one's a viper. Let me see. That's one of the ones that has a weird script that I can't tell.
So I don't know where that one's from. But this one is another one that's kind of in flight or kind of preening or something, and it's from Bissau. I don't know, something Bissau.
It's just gonna be fun to put these like random stamps in.
Well,
like,
around the world, travel around the world here. I mean, I think I have another one of those.
you do have another Meyer one.
I think I have that actual stamp.
Oh, you might, because these are different collections. You might have had a couple
This
extra.
one's from Cuba. I remember seeing that one. This one is fun. It looks like he's posturing. It's too small for me to show you.
Yeah, some of them they are really hard to see.
This one's really small too. It's Czechoslovakia. Now this one is unusual. It almost looks like it's blue.
Oh, isn't he pretty? The
Romania.
I wonder if it's Romania. Yeah. He's
You can see
pretty, and you can see him. He's big enough.
Challenged. And then we have another one in flight. It's not really worth showing. It's Mozambique. And
Well, he's pretty.
Republic of
Of
Niger.
Niger.
So Nigeria. So that's that one.
And then I have the rest of my snakes and lizards. See if there's anyone special in here. Let's see if it'll even open for me because it's kind of taped.
Oh, there goes my show notes.
I mean, good thing you don't have anything else to show. I guess you do have to do the thank yous. But for I have a cobra in here. He looks like Naja Naja. It's a king cobra. Because I used to call my king cobra toy Naja Naja because that's what the name was for the cobra. Because I thought it was the coolest name. Wow, I had forgotten about that. Yeah, here's another. I think it's also another. Well, it doesn't look quite like a cobra.
As much as we can do these, I think we should maybe.
Yeah, we can.
Because it's getting late.
Yeah,
and,
it is.
And they can't see what we're seeing. So
No, they can't.
I have.
It's only for the really big ones that they can.
I
see.
have 9 owls in here.
And these are two sets of 15 snakes.
Trying to see if there's any big ones.
Well, snakes and lizards. This one has more snakes than lizards, which is cool because that's what I actually wanted.
This one is
Oh, isn't that one pretty?
Sierra Leone.
They can actually see that one.
Sierra Leone. I used to collect stamps when I was a kid, but you just get the ones that you get in the kits or whatever.
Which is kind of like what's happening here, which is more fun than the ones that we get where it actually tells us the date. I mean, you would see the dates on these because they're, some of them will actually say when they're dated.
I have no idea where this one's from because I can't read the letters.
And I'll take a look. Oh, it's one of those ones that have the
non-English type script.
Yeah. Oh, that's interesting. It almost looks like, I don't know, like Chinese or something. He's got a butterfly in his mouth that he's carrying to the baby owl.
Ah, eating butterflies.
Now, I'm not going to show the ones here. These are just randomized Italy stamps.
And I do have 2 packages of religious stamps, but I just show you a couple of them because it's getting on an hour.
It is. Here's my
almost 2
other
hours.
random Italy. And you're going to have random religious ones within the random Italy because, Vatican.
So I've got 2 religious packets. One's got, I think, 20 religious in this one and 19 in this one.
Oh, I found all 3 of my Teresa of Avilas.
Oh,
Okay,
good.
so I'm glad that I waited till after the podcast to message her because I did get everything.
I mean, just to give you an idea. This is the
And
first
this is where
religious.
Mom is going to benefit from having a bag next to her, right next to her on her desk with something like this there and maybe like her glue thing and her tweezers. She can go write something in her daily journal and be like, oh, I want a picture. Here's a stamp. So.
Republic of Fulgazi. I don't know what that is. Guyana. Some of these are absolutely beautiful. Some of these I can't read the language. I mean, not even the fact that I can't read it. I don't know what the letters are.
Yes, it's always interesting when that's...
Yeah. So, some really pretty Madonnas in here. Oh, that's kind of an icon.
Yeah, there was and that's got the letters there, like the what's it called, the Byzantine type letters.
Right. So I'm going to put this bag away so I can just show you maybe one or two of the other one, because I don't want to show you all of these because you really can't see them very well.
Now I will show you Teresa of Avila. My thought process is I'm reading her autobiography right now, and then I'm going to be reading with Mom the interior castles. So I got 3 sets of 3 for Teresa of Avila. This was a 1982. These stamps from 1982, posted Vatican, so Vatican stamps, and it says 1582 to 1982. So,
1582, 1982, 400 years.
Yeah, my brain broke because I was like, certain number of years, 400 years, yes, since I guess maybe her death. I don't know, but yeah, that's my Teresa of Avila.
Okay, I have one last set of religious here, and I won't go through them piece by piece because, again, some of them are just too small to see. But this one appears to be, that's interesting. I'm not sure what this is. It looks like death here, and
Let me take a quick look while you're looking at some of the other ones.
trying to see here if there's something I can show you.
Oh, I'm not sure what's going on there. Unless it's supposed to be, Mom, that is the 3 kings. The instead of making him dark skinned, it's almost like the ink didn't take really well, and he almost looks green
But what's
instead.
here?
This is the first king,
But what's here?
Mary and Jesus.
Okay.
So he's giving the gold, and then someone has the frankincense, and someone has the myrrh. So this is the 3 kings.
Yeah, I just couldn't make out what this was without my glasses. It looked like a skeleton.
No, that's the 3. That's the.
I see. Yeah.
Yeah, that's the 3 kings.
Okay. I'm trying to see if there's something clear enough for me to show you here. This one's pretty clear. It's not overly big, but it's pretty clear. It's a Madonna.
I think they'll be able to see that on the big screen.
So, this one.
That one's pretty. That one's to be easy to see.
Rasacamia? I don't
know what that is.
I don't know where that is. I have to look up some of these places.
This is part of what's fun about the used stamps versus like the ones I have. They're obviously like someone was like, oh, let's collect these, which is very different than like the ones that I get from Colorful Temptations, which is like I took these off of an envelope. Like one of them was very obvious it was taken off of an envelope because there's a little bit of the envelope still stuck in the back.
St. Vincent, 5 cents.
Oh, that's cool, Mom.
This looks like a rendition of taking him down from the cross. I think they're taking him down from the cross here.
Yeah, no, they have a lot of cool ones in there.
Yep. So I'm not going to show you anymore because they're too small to get a good.
And there's so many different.
And we're running out of time.
Yeah, my last is a set that it's one of the collector sets. They're all the same.
Right.
I got multiple of these because I have a personal fondness for Pope Pius XII, partially as almost like a defensive kind of thing towards him because I feel like he's given short shift a lot of times. I did a report on him in high school. I read books, one that was against him, one that was kind of like middle of the road, and then one that was called The Myth of Hitler's Pope. And I can't find the book. I think it must have been a library book because I don't have it anymore. So I got it on Kindle. And I also have, either it's on Kindle or I couldn't get it on Kindle and it's coming in. It's the defense of him based off of files they have found in the Vatican that reveal all the hidden things that he did that no one knew about to help the Jews. So, this, and plus I'm reading The Scarlet and the Black.
Yeah, we're both reading that.
So I figure I grabbed these stamps of him. I can use them for multiple purposes. I've always liked him. He's actually got a very distinctive profile. Like if I before I saw that it said his name, I'm like, that's Pope Pius XII. He's just very distinctive. So yeah, I am happy to have these. I've always liked him.
I wonder if this is Bermuda or if it's Barbados.
Let me see. I bet that's Barbados. Easter 1969.
says Barbuda or Barbuda.
Yeah, we'll have to look up some of the ones where it's, it's questionable because the language is different.
Sorry, guys, I'm really challenged with this. I can't quite get it straight.
You're fine. You got it.
There.
Yeah, no, I think part of the fun for, especially the Colorful Temptations ones,
This is Easter 1974.
is that you don't know where the place is for sure until you look it up. And I think it's making it more fun, even.
Easter 1974.
Oh, nice. Well, I know you have one of your Holy Families is 1966.
Okay.
I can't remember which one. One of your Holy Family sets.
Oh, the Saints, yeah.
Yeah, one sets.
So I was like, I can't remember any particular Holy Family one.
But no, you had a Holy Family set that was from, I think, the Vatican, that was like 1966, and your other Holy Family was 1979. And doesn't say on the stamp, I don't think.
Whoops.
Yeah, they kind of, I don't necessarily like the way this person stores their stamps, because I always feel like they're going to come out. I like better the way Colorful Temptations does. Now, Colorful Temptations, even though the other stamps are good, if I won't necessarily go to the other place unless I really see something I like. Colorful Temptations is less expensive, and it's more fun to see the different places.
These are really nice. I can use these.
No,
during
these are
Advent.
these are very nice. These are the unused ones. These are far more like collector ones.
We've got the Flight into Egypt, the Annunciation. I think this is to the shepherds.
Yeah, those are the Christmas ones. So.
This is the Nativity. I don't know what this one is. Can't quite tell what that is. It's got a horse.
That's Three Kings.
Okay, and I don't know what this is. I can't tell if I have it.
Yeah, upside down. These are all Holy Family. Nativity.
Okay, one. Oh, yeah, I see it now. Yeah. Okay.
So yeah, I had fun picking up stamps. Some of them like the
Postage stamps.
postage stamps. Yeah. Some of them like the Boy Scouts. I didn't realize quite how special the Boy Scouts ones were because I've never seen stamps like that. I just saw the picture in the year and I was like, that's perfect for what I have coming up for books. Now I think it's even cooler because I now know how, special they are, and Mom will get whatever I don't use. So that way then she has special
stamps.
because that's a piece of history that's really fun. And I'll make sure, I can actually feel the sticky on the back. That's
You have to be careful not to let it get damp.
What I'll do is, first of all, I'll stay in this, and then when I use them, I will make sure I use the glue pen, which is damp, but it's also glue just in case it's not quite sticky enough.
Well, you also want to make sure that maybe you take off what you're going to use and nothing else.
No, I agree. That's what I'll do.
Because your hands are going to... That's why a lot of times they'll use gloves when they're doing stamps.
That makes sense. No, I would do that anyway, simply because...
The old ones anyway.
I wouldn't want to risk getting something on something I'm not going to use right away, because then it gets stick to something else. No, that would already be my plan. But yeah, it wasn't until I started feeling the back here that I started feeling, oh, it's got that little bit of sticky there. This is more, it's one of these ones in the center. This is more so than any other ones. I think this one might have been about to be issued and then maybe for whatever reason wasn't, because they actually have the sticky on the back in the way the others don't. So yeah.
Well, once again, I know who you are for the bag donation. I already have stamp stuff at ephemera in here or whatever.
So
tools.
Yeah, and if you wanted to, you could then put your religious stamps in there.
I've got all of them in there right now.
That's perfect, because then what you could do is next time you journal, you're like, oh, I kind of want an XYZ. Maybe put your Padre Pio washi tape in here. I think you have a couple of other things that are religious that could be an easy.
Well, I think I'm going to take this, and I've got the smaller boxes, like I have my Taperology and the ones that are just numbers and the tins, and maybe I could put them under my...
Yeah, because then it's easy to reach, and while you're doing... particularly with the religious ones in the morning where you're like, I don't necessarily want a lot, but here, let's put this, there, I have a little bit of pretty on here. I feel like I scrapbooking a little bit.
I have two different, the ones I use in the morning that she's talking about, I use every day, and it's basically it's like a morning journal page. I talk to Jesus, and so it's not really, I'm not sitting down trying to make it pretty. I'm having a conversation, but I would like to maybe have something now and then in there. And then I have 2 other journals: the Eeyore one that the lovely Stacy made me, and I have the one that I made myself. That's a religious one as well, and that one's going to get a lot of the religious stickers and stuff.
Yeah, so I think it's probably a good thing you have the couple different things that are on your desk, easy for you to get. Just because I think that's the main thing that's preventing you from scrapbooking is, the fact that it's not right there.
Well, I have to go look. I know where my stuff is. All my stuff is put away.
It's just that it's not.
I can't see what's in my boxes.
Yeah.
So it's just like I have to go digging, and I'm like.
Whereas for me, like I said, it's literally open drawer, grab that, take my stool, open that. It's very simple for me to access.
Yeah. Okay, so we were hoping not to be quite this long, but
yeah,
we
that didn't happen.
We want to thank all the people who came to join us for the Fun in the Woman Cave.
Feel free to share not only your projects and tag us on Instagram or whatever, but also your scrapbook, and do the same for PHN Home. We'd love to see it.
Yep. We have something for paper crafts.
Yeah, and if you
crafts.
have things that you want to share with the podcast and PHN is not following you, the Instagram's not following you, please send me a message today like, hey, hi, I want to share some stuff with you guys.
Yeah. If you, we're always looking for new resources for this.
And so, yeah, if you poke, because maybe I didn't see your follow, or I saw it and I didn't register for whatever reason, just poke me on, poke the PHN podcast account or the Bookstagram. But I tend to be I don't tend to follow the knitting as much on the Bookstagram. I do try to keep it very much book journal and that kind of thing. I do try to separate the two.
The worlds will collide.
It just makes it so if I feel like looking at knitting, I go to the PHN.
Right.
If I feel like looking more bookerly, I go to my booktube. It's very much, it works for me. It's less overwhelming. But yeah, just message on the PHN Instagram if you're like, hey, I have stuff I want to share, but you're not following me, so I don't think you can see it. I'll follow you on with the PHN podcast Instagram. I'm far more picky with my personal one because that's a private account, but both PHN podcast and my Talia Nerds Out Bookstagram one are public accounts. So
yeah, and I don't really do much on my private account, so it's not, my Lady Fernico Creations is my one I'm usually most active on, in quotes.
Yeah.
Okay. That takes care of that.
And it sounds like he's up, so.
Well, he's...
Oh, he hasn't gone down yet?
He hasn't gone down yet.
Oh! Well,
Okay.
that works.
So...
I was feeling a bit bad.
We want to thank the people who have posted on either YouTube or PHN. If I don't thank you, it's because I didn't see you before we started podcasting, but want to thank Wendy, who's MacGyver, and that's one of our things for the...
Yes.
Kara, Hooked on Stitches, XT3RK, and Paula. We want to thank you for posting comments, and anyone else who posted comments after that. We are grateful if we didn't see them. And we hope that you will come back and visit us next week. Oh, no, we're not doing it next week.
We're not doing it next
because
week.
of Thanksgiving.
But still feel free to put in the comments things like your ideas for the bingo, or even just wave and say hi. That's... When you do that, it does bump us up in the algorithm. That increases the... I can't remember the word. But anyway, the interaction helps bring us up in the algorithm.
Accessibility or availability or whatever.
I can't remember the term.
I can't remember the term. But in any event, and let us know if you're doing anything special for Thanksgiving,
let us know.
Or whatever.
I might not be good at... I'm a lot better at responding to the PHN Instagram, but that doesn't mean I don't read what you write.
And I try to keep up. I fell down last time. I didn't respond to anybody, but I try to at least respond to YouTube, and if I see somebody does it on PHN, I will respond there as well, especially if you say, hey, I'm here. Okay. In any event, we want to wish you all a very happy Thanksgiving and a wonderful week, and we will see you, I guess we'll see you in December, is that right?
Well, because
we have the Zoom in November.
You have the Zoom in November, but that's like right after Thanksgiving,
right.
So that would be, it would be either December or
Yeah,
almost
because
December.
Saturday's the 2nd for my retreat thing.
Okay. So, yeah.
Yeah, have a wonderful rest of October. Have a wonderful Thanksgiving.
We get to start our Advent thing. Coming into, we have our new Advent Sacred Sunday to start coming
Oh,
up.
right.
And then we have Padre Pio.
Mhm.
So, where is time gone?
Yeah. So enjoy the rest of your October. Have a wonderful Thanksgiving and a blessed week full of knitting, crocheting, paper crafting, whatever it is that makes your heart
It's
happy.
not October, it's November.
November. Okay, November.
Because I was like, wait a second, Victober's over. So, yes.
Okay, well,
It's November.
I want it to be October. Anyway, have a wonderful November and have a wonderful Thanksgiving. And we hope to see you here for the Fun in the Women Cave next week. This is the Pen, Hook, and Needles podcast, episode 5 something or other.
I don't have it written down because I didn't do my show notes this week.
I have it. I just have to go back to my page here. Episode 578, and that's a wrap. Bye.
But you didn't grab the clicky clappy.
It was behind here before.
Bye.
It's going to make her upset if I don't do it. So, and because we must not have an upset Talia who might flare. Pen, Hook, and Needles podcast, episode 578, and that's a wrap.
Bye.